situations that you define as real become real in their consequences. So, for example, if earlier I said to you, how do you define success? And I looked at Jeremy and I was like, what kind of a stupid answer is that? You know, you're just never going to achieve that. That is the stupidest thing I ever heard. What happens is, if he starts to believe that, he starts to buy into it, now his behaviors are aligned with his thoughts. He starts to become unsure of himself. He loses confidence. He starts to backtrack. He's creating a self-fulfilling prophecy because he's buying into what I've just told him. A historical example of a self-fulfilling prophecy occurred in 1968, and you may know of it. I see someone nodding. And this happened when Martin Luther King was shot and killed. And at that time, there was a school teacher by the name of Jane Elliott. And what she decided to do when her students asked her, why would anyone want to shoot and kill Martin Luther King? Isn't he a national hero? And so what she decided to do, instead of explaining, was to conduct an experiment. She told the students in her class that the students with brown eyes were smarter and that they worked harder than the children with blue eyes. And in her own words, she said it was just horrifying how quickly they became what I told them they were. So the brown-eyed students, they started speaking up more, they started performing better, they just felt superior to the blue-eyed students, and the blue-eyed students became timid, frightened, unsure of themselves. They were fulfilling their own prophecy. And so that is why it's important, if you're going to create a self-fulfilling prophecy, create a positive one. And her work, by the way, went on to be featured in studies and in workshops for adults. And it's been absolutely proven that adults can behave in the same way. So this is not just about children who are buying into something that their teacher is telling them. So you may be asking, how do I create this positive, self-fulfilling prophecy? There's so much negativity around us all the time, and sometimes people do really make us feel unsure of our abilities, of what we can do. One of the first things to do is to choose positive thoughts. Choose positive thoughts. We think approximately 70,000 thoughts per day. If you don't like the thoughts you're having, if you don't like the way it makes you feel, choose another one. There are thousands more to choose from.